Hello there everyone, and how are you doing? Now I'm gonna tell you a little secret. You see, sometimes when I make my videos, yes, I have to talk to people, well, I have to make my own videos, but sometimes when I talk to people, people tell me quite interesting stories. Stories about themselves, or maybe other people. And I thought about it, hell, maybe I could make a video out of this. So, this video will contain stories about those people or about other people. But nonetheless, I thought, hell, maybe you're gonna enjoy. Well, the first story is about two cousins reuniting. One cousin is from the United States of America and the other one is from Bosnia and Herzegovina. Well, I hope you enjoyed their story. Are you guys twins? Are you twins? You know, twins. Are you brothers?
We're cousins and best friends, and we're best everything. We are really close together. And actually, he's from America. I'm from Bosnia, and we didn't see each other for 5 freaking years. Yeah.
Damn, it's very nice when you see relatives unite. It's very nice, actually.
Oh, actually, I got detention. He got in a fight, actually. He used like pieces of wood that are really sharp, and there's in his school, there's games at his school. They're not really games. I know they're not really games, but he started a fight with it. He started to say fuck off, you know. So they got really mad and started to take pieces of wood that are really sharp, and they got in a fight. But at that school, they use a lot of security cams because a lot of kids fight there, you know. So they saw them fighting with those pieces of wood, and he got in detention.
Damn, your Bosnian cousin is a bit violent.
I'm actually a bully. I'm a bully. I didn't do it. I'm a bully. Wait. I'm a bully.
No, guys, don't fight.
I'm not violent. I'm actually nice, but he isn't. He's just like a bully. Because I got bullied in 6th grade, and I was freaking 7th grade, and I don't want to get bullied anymore.
Okay then. Well, you have your reason.
Yeah. Yeah, good wall. So,
Tell me guys, would you like to be on a YouTube video?
I'm actually recording a video and I'm a YouTuber.
Oh, I'm also recording a video.
What the fuck? I'm gonna be a freaking. What's the YouTube channel name?
Okay, if you want to, here's my channel name. Well, I don't know, you could call me a sensitive guy, but I kind of really enjoyed that story. I think it was quite a heart-touching story. But nonetheless, if you're wondering why was there a YouTube channel banner below the video, that's because one of the cousins is a YouTuber and he did ask me could I possibly help him, well, a little bit, well, if it's possible. Well then, it all depends on you, the viewer, if you decide to visit and check out his channel. But nonetheless, that was the first story. Now the second story might be a little bit different because this is a story that took place in the Second World War. A man who fought in the Estonian Legion. Now for those people who don't know what was the Estonian Legion, an Estonian Legion was a Estonian army that was recruited by the Germans and trained by the Germans to fight off the Russians. But unlike the Germans, the Estonian Legion had the objective to fight and protect their own country. So they were not part of the SS or anything like that. They had a separate goal. Okay, now the story basically the story is about a man who realizes that the war is pretty much over and he's trying to escape. But I'm gonna let the story be told by his grandson, so I hope you enjoy this. I'm curious, I don't really hear much, well, history from that side of the war, so if you can, please share the information.
Yeah, if my connection stays through, I'm down.
So yeah, I mean, go for it.
So he was he was basically adopted by his grandfather. So my great grandfather adopted him. After I'm sorry, my great grandfather. Yeah.
Okay.
Adopted him after his father abandoned him, and they lived in Tartu for a while, and then moved to Tallinn. and there he became a police officer for up until he was 18.
Mm-hmm.
And then around when he was 18 or 19, Germany invaded,
Mm-hmm.
and they made a deal that all of the males, they all agreed. They didn't fight or anything. As soon as the Germans rolled through, they just stuck up their hands and said, "We know what you're gonna do. We know what you're gonna ask of us. We'll go. Just leave the women and children alone." And so, without any conflict, they rolled through. And on my grandmother's side, she was left behind because of my grandfather. And that's around the time Russia rolled through.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was a refugee for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And she was, she tells me, she was living in rubble. She was didn't have food for weeks at times. Sometimes the only food they had was a chocolate bar, and they had to like break it off into like small pieces. When my grandfather was going through training for the Germans, he was learning the language. He was, they knew he was a police officer, so they made him an officer already.
Mm-hmm.
They knew he had the training, and so he went through the ranks fast. And after a while, they began to trust him. They gave him some, just like patrol duties, some like small things. And one night, he was stationed on a Air Force base for the Germans. And he has his Luger, and he's a little drunk, and he's thinking to himself, like, all right, I don't want to fucking be here anymore. I don't want to do this. What do I do? What do I do? So he sees a German fighter plane, and he hides in the back, covers himself in a blanket, has his gun, and all night he's wide awake waiting for somebody to get in the plane. Somebody's gonna go on air patrol at night. And so they're by themselves, and they take off, and for about 5 minutes in the air, all of a sudden, this Estonian guy with the Luger pops out, holds the gun to the guy's head, and you say, "You're taking this fucking plane to Estonia, or I'll blow out your brains right here, I swear to God." And so after a while, there was a crash landing not too far from the border of Estonia. One survivor. And that was my grandfather.
Damn.
And after a while, there was some of the Polish were actually like rolling through around the area, and they found him, and they were just like, and he was dressed up in in Nazi uniform, and so they're like, "What the fuck?" And he starts screaming in Estonian. He's just like, "No, no, no!" And he starts stripping naked in the snow, and he's just like, "I swear to God, I'm not a German." So they took him prisoner for a while, for about 2 or 3 weeks. And they interrogated him. They asked him, like, where are you from? What did you do in Estonia? And so the forces in Estonia that were, like the kind of like military, all that, they had records of his police activity when he was, before the war. And they looked it up and were like, yeah, this guy's legit. He's an Estonian citizen. So the Polish gave him about 15 to 20 troops, and he led the entire group into Estonia, and he helped liberate Tartu for a while. And then after a while, they went to the coast, and they had a group of 75 families, like over 300 people, and he was leading this group to the coast, and they eventually stole a U-boat and sailed it to Sweden. And that's how they escaped the war.
Okay, damn. Damn, goddamn, that's a pretty badass grandpa you have there, goddamn.
No, seriously, he was also a ship captain. He was an accordion maker. He was a metalsmith too. He was very talented. And at his he passed away before I was born. But at his funeral, my dad told me that there were so many people that there was a line outside of the church.
Well, I'm pretty sure your grandpa was quite a popular guy, so...
Yeah, and then because of his actions in the war, they made him the consulate representative.
Well, I don't know about you, but goddamn, I mean, this is an epic story. Stealing a plane, stealing a submarine. I mean, Hollywood, are you watching this? I got your next idea for a great movie. What the hell? But nonetheless, that was quite an epic story. And he should be proud of his grandfather that he was able to do all those things to escape. Damn, quite a story, I think. And the final story is for those people who, let me give you a good example that you can imagine the situation. Let's imagine this. You're walking outside, it's dark, and sometimes you pass people on the street and you don't know, maybe those people have some evil intentions or anything like that. You're on a date. And suddenly, 7 people are really, really getting close to you. And what do? Hold on. I'm gonna let the story be told by that man who experienced that kind of situation.
One time, I was out with my girlfriend, and I don't know, 7 gypsies come to me, and they start not punching me, but
making fun. Pushing you, annoying you,
pushing,
being aggressive.
And I pull out knife, and they start screaming and calling police, but I don't do anything. I was just,
defending yourself. You just was holding the knife and that's it. You are defending yourself.
So I want my girlfriend was in danger, so I will,
No, it's okay. It's okay. You reacted how you should have. 7 people being aggressive. You with your girlfriend, of course. What else you gonna do? Pull out your knife and say, "Come near me, bitch."
Yeah. Sometimes I have 3 knives with me.
Okay, I can see that you. Tell me, have you ever played a game called Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
So you kinda sound like an assassin.
Something like that.
So yeah, with the hidden knives and all that.
But I don't go.
Hood. You don't put your hood on. Like mysterious
I don't go like that.
mysterious hooded man watching from a distance. Take a second to look awesome. Time to go. Okay. There we go. We have an assassin.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna say is you reacted the way everyone should react. You have to defend your lady and yourself by being a total badass. Well then, I hope you enjoyed this kind of interesting stories, and I don't know, what do you think about them? If you can, please write a comment. And as always, thank you for stopping by and visiting me, and as always, have a wonderful day. Goodbye everyone.